Hi, so here we are today. This is a review. It's solving a quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. All right, so I'll remind you the quadratic formula is x equals the opposite of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac, and all of that is divided by 2a. Okay, I'm just going to get you set up here. First, we have to identify a, b, and c. So equations have to be equal to 0 in order to, before you decide your a, b, and c. So let's do this one first. A is 1, that's a coefficient with x squared. B is 1, and c is negative 42. I mean, look at this one. There's no middle term, no x. So a is 3. There is no x, so that's b. So b is 0, and c is negative 3. It's important that you make sure you realize that there is no x, so the b value is 0. And then you just substitute and simplify. You've had a lot of practice with this. So simplifying here, we'd say, substituting here, the opposite of 0 plus or minus b squared minus 4 times a times c. And all of that is divided by 2 times a. So as we continue to simplify that, opposite of 0 is 0. 0 squared is 0, so we have, and then negative 4 times 3 times negative 3. I've suggested you do this off to the side. All right, I think that's a better idea. So here you have negative 4 times 3, that's negative 12, times a negative 3 is a positive 36. And 2 times 3 is 6. So we have 0 plus or minus, this is the square root of 36, over 6. What's the square root of 36? 6. So we have 0 plus or minus 6 over 6. Now normally we split this into 2. So we've got 0, well, we do. We've got 0 plus 6, which is 6, and we've got 0 minus, divided by 6, and we have 0 minus 6 divided by 6. So that gives us a negative 6 over 6. So we have a 1 and a negative 1, and those are our answers. Okay. If we were going to substitute here, well, I'm not going to work that one out, okay? You see how that works. The only thing that might be different about these problems is it may not be set up equal to 0. And again, it's got to be equal to 0. So you need to get this equal to 0. And you do that by moving this 11, subtracting an 11 from both sides. That's an integer, so it lines up with the integer here. So we have 2x squared plus, n, plus 7n minus 49 equals 0. So our a is 2, our b is 7, and our c is negative 49. And then we're going to substitute all of that into the quadratic formula. So we would have n equals the opposite of b, which is 7, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. And all of that divided by 2 times a. Okay? And then you're going to continue to simplify as we did in the first problems. Okay? That's it.